Hello, iHeart listener. We have a confession to make. Both iHeart and this commercial you're listening to right now would probably sound a heck of a lot better on the new Roku Pro Series TV. It's got side-firing speakers that fill your room with sound, Dolby Atmos audio that puts you right in the middle of the entertainment, and the ability to pair seamlessly with your home theater sound systems that already have surround sound and booming bass. If all that sounds too good to be true, it'll sound even better on the new Roku Pro Series. Your hearing isn't better, your TV is.
Wake your ass up, fool. John J. and Rich. What's crack-a-lackin'? This is the big boss dog, Snoopy Deagle Double Jizzle. Bang, boom, what you gonna do? John J. and Rich. We're not talking about Ren 1010. We're not talking about Lassie. It's the one and only dog, y'all. The classy, sassy, big Snoop Deagle Double Jizzle. In your face to be and in the place to be. And you're listening to John J. and Rich. Wake your ass up, fool.
John J. and Rich. Our phone number is 877-937-1047. You can call us anytime. You can text us, too. You text JJR and whatever's on your mind to 96893. In fact, you guys, Mike just texted us. What up, Mike?
Hey, how's it going, man?
What's going on with you, man?
Just driving to work in the snow.
Oh, man. Where's that? Where are you?
I'm in Colorado Springs.
Right on, man. Well, thanks for listening. So what were you texting about?
Well, I just heard Rich talking to Stacy, talking about Stacy, and just really nice to hear someone actually love their wife.
Aww.
So that's not very cool anymore, it seems. So it's just very refreshing, and happy anniversary to Rich and Stacy as well.
Yeah.
So nice.
What line of work are you in?
I'm a construction worker, so it's not very often you hear people talk nice about their wives.
Oh my gosh, that's so sad. That makes me really sad.
Yeah,
I'm like,
kinda is.
I think it's always cool to love your wife.
Yeah, let's hope all the married guys love their wives out there.
Yeah.
But I don't just
Yeah.
love her, I adore her. I think she's really like just a tremendous human being, and I know how fortunate I am to have found that. Honestly, so many people told me, like, why would you ever get married again? And I wouldn't. If it weren't for Stacy, I wouldn't have. But Stacy made me change my mind.
Yeah, that's really sweet, man. It's very rare to hear that. I find myself being quiet a lot because people are like, oh, I hate spending time with my wife. She makes me do this. And I'm like, I'd rather spend time with her than any of y'all people.
There you go.
I can't relate.
You should say that because maybe there's other people like you that aren't saying anything because they don't feel like you. Like it's cool to speak up and be like, hey, my wife's pretty cool, actually.
I actually, one of my coworkers, I saw that yesterday. He was being all quiet about it. And I went up to him. I was like, you married? He was like, yeah. I was like, happily? He was like, yeah. I was like, I thought so.
You know what? It's like, I feel like I'm happily married, but I want you to spend time with my wife, Mike. You seem like a great guy.
Plus, he's
Well,
handy.
you know,
He can do things. He's a construction guy. He can get stuff done around the house.
Don't tell my wife that.
All right, Mike, thanks for listening, man. Have a great day.
I appreciate you, brother. That was sweet.
Thanks. Speaking of husband and wives, Kyle, you were frustrated with your husband?
Oh, yeah. So I love my husband. He's amazing. He's been away this week. My mom's been staying with me to help out with the kids. And we haven't been able to talk a lot because he's at like these conferences all day. And it's like he comes home today and like my mom is incredibly helpful, but I don't want her to do a lot. So the brunt of it, I'm like overcompensating, right? Because I don't want to inconvenience her because I already know she's inconveniencing herself being here, staying with us to help out. So last night, I feel like I had reached the point where I was incredibly tired and my kids just weren't listening. Like it was like, hey, Addie, can you go brush your teeth? Yeah. And then she doesn't go. Hey, Addie, those teeth, they still need brushing. Head back to the bathroom. Okay. And then doesn't do it. And by the third time, I'm like, hey, you know, it's kind of getting annoying asking 5 million times. So
It's
this
like Addie
happens,
works here almost.
right? And so like, but you know, surprisingly, I'm really tired and I'm kind of keeping my cool. But this happens over and over and over again. And by the time I talk to Scott on the phone, he's like, you know, wants to like say prayers and like do things with the kids and like that stuff. And I'm like, that's great, but like I'm putting the kids' football jerseys in the wash at this time. And my kids are running around literally screaming. My mom has already like gone to bed. So I'm like, if they don't shut up, I'm going to lose it. I'm in the laundry room. They're on the other side of the house. And then they're like, ah! and they're just having fun, right? But I've reached that point. I've reached a point where I'm tired and like, we need to just listen.
All moms know that what you're talking about. All moms know that point.
I'm like, okay. And I'm on the phone with him, and I'm like, they're just not listening today. It's like, it's really frustrating. And I'm like, stop yelling, right? And then 2 seconds, they stop yelling. And then the next minute, wah! And I'm like, stop it! And he goes, you're like telling them to stop yelling, and you're yelling. And I'm like, that's cute, isn't it? Right? Okay, excellent. So I'm carrying the phone and the laundry basket, and I'm talking to him, and I'm like, you know what? Daisy, our dog, is like his dog, and she's really missed him. Like, she sits by the garage door thinking he's going to come home every 5 seconds. And I'm like, your dog really misses you. She's like sitting on the edge of the couch, just like kind of moping. And he said nothing. I was like, did you hear me? He says nothing. And I'm like, your dog really misses you. Oh, I thought you were talking to Easton. I'm like, now you're doing it. Now you're not listening to me. This is so annoying. So I'm running around and I'm fixing everything and I'm doing it, and I start talking to him about like the stuff in the mudroom, like these shoes are everywhere, and like, you know, we got to figure out a better way to like organize this stuff. And I'm talking like questions, and he's still being silent. And finally I'm like, hello, I'm speaking to you, and nothing. And I'm like, what the heck? And I look, and I had put him on hold.
Like your cheek hit the hold button or something?
Yeah. So this whole time I'm like, I'm about to like, the top's about to blow off the lid, and I'm about to like go off on him, and I'm like, oh, hello? Like, I pressed the on hold button. I'm like, hello? He's like, you put me on hold like 4 minutes ago. I texted you.
Oh, my God. So you were talking 4 minutes straight?
But I'm so used to people not listening and not, like, responding. And I'm like, okay, maybe one of these things will get out. And each thing I'm saying, I'm getting more and more annoyed. Like, you know, the water bottles? We could probably put the water bottles somewhere. And I just, like, started losing. But it was my fault because I put him on hold. Sorry, babe. It's all good. Everything's all good. Got a good night's rest.
Yikes.
We're back to being
Back tonight. It's back
great.
tonight.
Good energy.
It's like there's things like, you know, when Mike was talking about how much he loves his wife. Like, I love my wife, too, but there are things that are annoying. You know, like every time I call her and she answers her phone on her watch, she has to let me know that she's talking on her watch. And I have short conversations. I don't want to have long conversations. Like the fact that it sounds like there was a long conversation with you.
It was a long conversation.
I'm like, I'll wait till you get home. But it's like, hey, I'm doing this really quick. And it's like, hold on, sorry. Wait, I'm in the closet and I'm talking to you on my watch. I'm on my watch, okay? Or if we get disconnected, she'll call. You know, you get disconnected sometimes, so you call back. The whole part of the next conversation is why we got disconnected.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I don't care why we got disconnected.
I don't know what happened.
We
were
clearly
talking,
got disconnected, and now we're moving on.
Was it your phone? Was it what happened?
Who cares? Now we're talking again. Let's finish the conversation.
But I was just talking, and then it got disconnected.
It's unbelievable.
Is it on your end? It's probably on your end.
But like Mike said, we all love our wives and our husbands. What's coming up with 3 things you need to know, Kyle?
There is some big news when it comes to an incredibly big movie franchise. I'll tell you what it is next with John, Jay, and Rich.
What's up? It's Selena Gomez.
And me, Benny Blanco.
And that was the iHeartRadio world premiere of our new song, Call Me When You Break Up, with Gracie Abrams.
John J. Rich, I think that song's going to be a smash, by the way.
Yeah.
Kyle, what are 3 things we need to know?
It's Black History Month. President Trump announced the National Garden of Heroes to pay tribute to the generations of Black legends, champions, warriors, and patriots who helped drive our country forward to greatness. The National Garden of American Heroes will include statues of Kobe Bryant, Harriet Tubman, Rosa Parks, Aretha Franklin, Frederick Douglass, Jackie Robinson, Martin Luther King Jr., and Muhammad Ali, among others. Netflix and Chill is turning into Netflix and Dine. Netflix has just opened a restaurant in Vegas. It's called Netflix Bites. It's reimagining some of the streamer's biggest shows like Squid Game, Stranger Things, and Love is Blind in culinary dishes. Between beverages and the dishes, they've got Squid Games, Dalgona candy, Stranger Things stuff. Like,
waffles.
Yeah, all the
Waffles,
cool things that you've seen in the movies turned into dishes.
I think you should be able to buy stuff. Like, I like the cups that they drink out of on Love is Blind. Have you noticed those? They're all kind of gold.
Yeah.
Like, where do those come from? They should sell those too.
Oh, merch.
I think
Definitely
it'd be cool
merch.
if you get dessert and then when you go to cut into it, it's a real thing. It's not a cake. Like that TV show.
It's not cake.
It's not cake. This boot you wanted.
That is funny. Or they should have like cakes that look like other things so that you can have fun cutting into it. That's genius. There, I mean, the possibilities are endless with this restaurant. So I think it's probably a pretty great idea. Amazon MGM now has full creative control of the James Bond franchise. Bond's rights owners, they're like, here you go. Here's all the distribution rights. Take it as you will.
So they get to pick the next James Bond?
They get to pick the next James Bond.
I saw
cool.
Jeff Bezos post that yesterday, and I thought, I wonder if if I was Jeff Bezos and, you got people running your company, I'd be like, oh, no, I'm picking the next James Bond.
Of course.
Yeah. Wow.
I know. And so it's pretty exciting to see where they're going to take the franchise. If maybe Jeff Bezos will have a full hand in it, like if people are reaching out to him, maybe like you said yesterday, he's gonna be it.
I'm going to shoot him a
Jeff
DM.
Bezos.
I'm going to shoot him a DM.
You
Give him
should.
some of my options.
You know what he's going to do? No more Aston Martin. James Bond's going to be driving around an Amazon truck that's electric.
Guys, I have a scoop.
Yes,
I
Grant.
heard who the new James Bond is.
They already announced it?
Yeah.
Who?
Cynthia Erivo. She's doing everything, guys.
That's true.
That would be great. And that's 3 things you need to know.
Mr. John J. Rich, you know that is the number 2 song in the world in the last year. Number 2 song in the last 365 days. Do you know what the number 1 song is? It was just announced yesterday in the world.
Benson Boone.
Benson Boone.
Wow.
Benson Boone. Number 1 song. Okay. Grant Inman is in the studio, but doing a great job.
Thanks.
Filling in for Peyton for horoscopes. Peyton always has a different vibe every day, and you too.
Yeah, dude. You too.
So your vibe today, Grant.
Our vibe today is I'm going to tell you what type of terrible person you are and how to be the best, worst version of yourself. Because if you guys don't know, I do a podcast with my hot ass wife called Terrible Person. What, dude? Come on.
Hey, we already learned this morning. People love to hear when you love your wife. It's okay.
I
That's
be loving my wife, guys.
All right. So let's see. Allison, good morning. What's your sign? Allison.
I'm a Scorpio.
Ooh, a Scorpio. I like it. Let's see here. Forgiveness is for the weak. Actually, before I start this, Scorpios, you are the revenge connoisseur. That's what type of terrible person you are. So remember, forgiveness is for the weak. Hold grudges like priceless antiques. Plot vengeance, even if you never use it. It keeps people on their toes. If someone crosses you, subtly ruin their life, one inconvenience at a time. A lost email, a canceled reservation, a perfectly timed rumor. The universe will never prove it. I don't know what that means. But you are, just go ahead and get your vengeance today. You've been scoped, Scorpios.
How to become a terrible reader.
That's it, yeah, big time.
All right, Allison.
I don't know what that last sentence was.
Have a great day, Allison.
okay.
Thomas, good morning. What's your sign?
Good morning. I'm Aries.
Aries, the ruthless trailblazer, Thomas. Stop pretending to be patient. If people can't keep up, that's their problem. Interrupt, win, walk dramatically away while they're still processing what happens. If someone dares to challenge you, stare at them like you're considering their survival potential. And you weren't. Aries, you have been scoped. Keep being ruthless out there, brother.
Heck yeah, that's my motto.
Oh, all right, Thomas. Well, good. I'm locked in today.
All right, brother. Have a great day.
Ooh,
Jen,
I like his evil laugh.
Jen, what is your sign? Good morning.
Good morning, Aquarius.
Ooh, Aquarius, the detached genius. I like this. Be weird on purpose. Ignore social norms. Respond to text and riddles. Gaslight people into believing you never agreed to that boring thing in the first place. If someone calls you out, tilt your head, whisper something cryptic, and walk away. They will think about it forever. You will already have moved on, and you win the day. Aquarius, you have been scoped.
That's perfect.
All right.
Thank you.
Thanks,
Awesome.
Jen. Drive safe. Hey, Mike. Mike.
Mike, hello. Mike, I'm rolling with John Jay. I'm a Virgo.
Ooh, Big Mike, the Virgo, and John Jay, the overcritical perfectionist, is your type of terrible person. Correct everyone. Micromanage their failures. Whisper, quote, interesting choice when they make a decision. Keep a spreadsheet of people who owe you an apology. If someone disappoints you, erase them from reality like a glitch in the system. They were never on your level anyway. Virgos, you have been scoped.
That's why John Jay's got the list. They're dead to me.
Yeah, right.
I have a list up here.
Yeah. Don't need a spreadsheet.
So, that sounds right, Mike?
I've been calling you guys for the past couple of weeks. General, no, this is Mike from Casa Grande. I love you guys 104.7.
Thanks, Mike.
That's
Thanks,
what's up.
brother. Have a great day, man. Thank you. Yeah, I saw this thing about anger, and it was like you need to let go and forgive people because your anger. I'm listening to this book or reading this book, and they're two books, and they both say the same thing. And it was like you have to forgive and let go. It could cause like heart problems, right?
Oh, yeah, for sure.
So I'm like going over the list of people who have pissed me off, like I just talked about, and I'm like, all right, I'm just gonna forgive him, and then I'm like, I can't. I'm gonna take that chance.
Go for it, dude.
I'll just start taking a statin.
There you go.
I'm not gonna.
There's lots of medication.
I'm like walking. This is his book. I rewound the clip and I listened to it again and like, no, screw those guys. They're dead to me. Hey, November.
Good morning, guys.
November the Taurus.
Ooh,
obviously.
the Taurus, obviously. The indulgent overlord, Tauruses. You work hard, so take what's yours, eat the last slice, claim the best seat. If someone wants you to do something, tell them you're, quote, recharging forever. If they push, simply look at them in the eye while taking a slow, smug bite of something delicious. You are immovable. They are irrelevant. Tauruses, you have been scoped.
I love it as I eat the last piece.
That's what's up.
Thanks, November.
All right. Thanks, guys. Bye.
How about Pisces?
Ooh, Pisces. Let's see what we got. Is that Richie's sign there? All right, give me a second here. Oh, there we go. It's on the list. The dreamy escape artist. That's what type of terrible person you are, Rich. Reality is overrated. Ignore text. Disappear for days, then act confused when people are mad.
That is so rich. That is so rich. Oh, my God.
Cry at art exhibits so strangers think you're deep. If responsibilities start piling up, stare blankly into the distance and say, I just feel so much. Then float away before anyone can ask you a follow-up question.
We're giving away all our tricks.
Rich, Pisces, you have been scoped, brother.
Wow, okay.
That was a laser
So
beam of
far,
accuracy.
The Virgo one hit me dead on. The
Dang.
Pisces hit him dead on. Let's go Libra with
Ooh,
Kyle.
Libra. Let's see here. There we go. The professional fence sitter. Oh, kind of close, I think, already. Never make a firm decision. If forced, pick the option that benefits you most while pretending it was for the greater good.
Why wouldn't you do that?
Flirt your way out of consequences. If people get mad at you for playing both sides, just smile and say, I can see your perspective. They'll be too confused to stay mad. Libras, you have been scoped. Man, this is good. No, I hope you're recording this today.
For your audition tape?
Yeah, for my
Every
reel,
day.
dude.
You try to be like Jenna and get a job somewhere else? It's just not working. You put out so much stuff, but it's just not working.
People congratulate you on your current employment.
Is that Capricorn?
Yeah, let's see what Capricorn is. Oh, the ruthless CEO, Capricorns. Treat friendship like networking opportunities. Monetize your hobbies. Never work for, quote, exposure. Charge double instead. Success over everything, even your soul. If someone gets in your way, politely smile as you dismantle their entire existence. It's just business. Capricorns, you have been scoped.
Remember when you quit and then you never
dude.
left?
Yeah, they did.
I'm glad you never left. I'm glad.
No, wait, you quit. You gave 2 weeks notice, and then I remember you came back in. You kind of almost started crying and asked if you could stay.
Yeah, dude. No, I made a series of poor decisions in a week, dude.
It's amazing. You were quitting because you didn't have insurance. It turns out you did have insurance.
I made 4 or 5 bad decisions that all snowballed into each other. Yeah.
So he put in his 2-year notice.
Yeah. And it wasn't Nick on vacation that week, so it was just you guys had to deal with me me for.
Oh, yeah, you were on vacation?
Yeah, what a
Oh,
mess.
And we're not good at administrative stuff.
I can't believe you quit while Nick was on vacation.
Aren't we glad he didn't actually quit, though?
Yeah.
Yeah, of course. Grant's a joy.
Yeah,
believe
thanks,
it or not.
guys.
He's the opposite of a terrible person.
That's what's up, dude. And you can check out Terrible Person wherever you get your podcast.
Tremendous finale.
Hey, you charge for that sometimes?
Yeah, so we have the free version, which goes up every Friday, and then we have a premium version, which is like a bonus episode every week.
And how much does that cost?
It's $2 a month.
Okay, so, I found out yesterday that, and very grateful for this, that our podcast is the #1 podcast in Phoenix. Woo! Of all podcasts, right? So I was
amazing.
like, I know, and I saw the amount of downloads. I was talking to my trainer, Chris, and I was like, yeah, I guess our podcasts are really well, doing amazing. Can you imagine? I said, if we got $1 a podcast, you wouldn't get $1 a podcast. He says, what do you mean we wouldn't get $1? No one's going to pay $1 for a podcast. And I was like, I'm just saying, just generally speaking, imagine how much that would be.
Dang.
He goes, no one's going to pay that.
He's a hater.
And I was like, and I started thinking about Grant, people pay for Grant's podcast.
Well, it's because we say stuff that we want behind a paywall. It's our secret feed, basically, and I think people appreciate that because we get a little wild.
Well, then my buddy Greg, who I spent a lot of time with in the last 4 days, Greg says, let me say this podcast I'm listening to. It's called Blinkly or something. And he goes, it's all motivational stuff. It really inspires. I'm like, oh, okay. He says, because it's $15 a month. I go, $15 a month?
Yes.
My trainer says no one would pay $1 for us.
Yeah, it's nuts.
I listen to podcasts for free. I think they should be free.
Do you get an episode every day with that? If it's $15?
I don't know. You have access to these podcasts. I was like, that's like a Netflix feed.
That's bananas.
How motivating could they be? That's way too much.
Yeah, dude. Kate and I fought about $2 for a while. She was like, I think it should be $4. And I was like, nobody's paying $4 for this, dude. We're lucky to get $2.
Oh, man. Okay, Grant, great job.
Well, thank you, guys.
Yay.
It was a fun week.
Very nice.
Hell of a finale.
Yeah.
Paige's got to step up her game is what you're trying to say.
Oh,
Aren't you?
dude. No, we
She's
just
gonna be
Do her
thrilled.
horoscope. She's Leo.
Oh, wait, Leo's. Yeah, give me a second here. Oh, Leo, the shameless attention seeker. Ouch.
Is that actually in Scopes, or are you just talking
No.
about?
This is
What are you doing?
Scopes. Every room, every room you enter is a stage. Demand applause for existing. If someone else is getting attention, faint dramatically or start an inspirational speech about yourself. If you don't receive immediate validation, glare at a crowd until they feel obligated to cheer. Love is earned. Worship is mandatory. Leos, you have been scoped.
Holy
Peyton,
smokes.
I cannot wait for you to come back.
You've nailed everybody on this show.
Hell yeah, that's what's up, dude.
That's crazy.
We're just having fun here. We're just having a good time.
Hopefully, Grant will put these up on JohnJamerS.com.
Definitely.
Before we get to Sex and X, what's going on with your algorithm, Rich?
Oh, well, you know, every now and then I host this overnight show that's all about conspiracies,
I know, you're talking about it all the
UFOs.
time. I get it. You host Coast to Coast. I get Snatch News to Decay. It's on 3,000 stations. I get it.
Ever since I've been doing that, not only do people come up to me and want my take on, like, you know, chemtrails and all that, my algorithm has changed, and there's all these conspiracy theories that are way out there. Like, all of a sudden now I see people who feel like they have captured dragons breathing fire on their iPhones, UFO sightings, things that have to do with the ocean, and most of them I blow off, but every now and then I'll hear something that's so crazy it just might be real. And so I saw this one about dolphins that I never knew about. I don't know if it's true, but now it's living rent-free in my mind, and I will play you this conspiracy.
This is off topic, but what do the dolphins know? I'd like to remind you that the government told us that the aliens are living in the ocean, and they also told us it's illegal to try and interact with a wild dolphin. And I mean interact in any way, shape, form, or fashion. Don't try and talk to it. Don't try and elicit a response from it. Don't feed it. Don't touch it. No, nothing. Now, they say this is to protect dolphins and humans alike, and I'll buy that because they're wild animals, okay? But why can't I even try to speak to it? Why can't I even just try to elicit out of it? It is a felony to even attempt this behavior. There's even a snitch line for it. Dolphins are too smart. They are self-aware. They have shown signs of empathy because they'll help out other creatures, including human beings. They can communicate amongst themselves in a language that we don't understand at all.
So that means the dolphins know stuff, and if you try to talk to them, they will tell you things about the secret
Yeah,
world.
they use dolphins like to detonate bombs and stuff, don't they?
Yeah, dude. No, well, I mean, we've all read Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy here, right?
Yes.
Correct?
No.
Yeah, the dude, the
I
dolphins.
checked that out in high school, and I never read it.
Right before the Earth is destroyed, the dolphins leave the planet, dude. And they were here by choice the whole time.
That's the so long, thanks for all the fish.
so long, thanks for all the fish. But yeah, I believe that.
Fun fact, in high school, I checked out the book So Long and Thanks for All the Fish couldn't get through the first 2 pages, lost the book, and when I graduated high school and I opened up my diploma, it said library hold for that book. So long and thanks for all the fish.
That's awesome,
Did
dude.
you ever find it?
No.
See,
I had to pay $4 for the book because I was like, get my diploma. My mom and dad were so, I'll never forget, all my friends, everyone, you take the thing, you open it up, and there's a yellow piece of paper. It says library hold instead of my diploma.
Oh, bummer. Only way, don't try talking to a dolphin. Apparently, it's a felony.
Wow.
All right, we get the stacks and hacks. My pile of stacks and stacks of vital information to Rich's life hacks. What do you got today, Rich?
The hack to being awesome at everything, even though you totally aren't. It's a mind trick.
Stacks and hacks next. John J. and Rich.
Want to talk or throw some shade?
Oh, yeah. Call John J. and Rich, 877-937-1047.
Stacks and hacks. I have stacks of information. Rich has life hacks. You know when you ever watch Dexter, because I know, Kyle, you're watching the original Dexter, you're getting through it, and I remember just watching Original Sin, how, which is the first Dexter, the prequel, where his job right now, he's going through all these unsolved murder cases, and he's going to start killing the people that kill people, and I was like, how many unsolved murder cases are there really? Well, when they created the show, they must have seen this information. Apparently, there's nearly 300,000 murders that have been unsolved since 1980. So it's like you could do Dexter for years and years and years and years.
Dexter for decades.
Yeah, wow, man. Isn't that nuts? 300,000 unsolved murders. According to an online betting guide, they say Miley Cyrus and Chappell Roan are the favorites to play next year's Super Bowl halftime show.
Oh, good choices.
Did you see Carrie Underwood's fans? They have like a petition going to get her to be the Super Bowl halftime show. She'd be great, though.
She would be killer.
The HP, I think that's Hewlett Packard. I don't know that, but they've now added a 15-minute minimum wait time when you call them for help, for telephone support. They're forcing people to use their online resources to solve their own problems.
That's annoying.
It is. It's very annoying. Kyle, you drink those Stanleys? The hardware company Stanley Black & Decker, they're suing the maker of Stanley over the use of their name.
How rude.
I thought it was the same.
They say their brand was hurt when Stanley sent out a line of defective cups.
How rude.
Rich, is for you. Study found that narcissists are more likely to be excluded from stuff because people don't want to hang out with you if you act like you're better than them. Being excluded makes narcissists act up even more, which makes people even less inclined to hang out. Okay?
Sure.
Armed bodyguards. There's an app for that now. The app is called Protector. You just hit the app store this week for $1,000. You can have an armed guard drive you around in an Escalade for 5 hours. It's only available in New York and LA right now. Homeowners in South Jersey is battling her homeowners over her emotional support chickens. She deals with chickens for PTSD, and the chickens really, really help her out. In fact, this is her talking about what happened to her. It's pretty interesting because she takes it dead serious.
We received an email from the board saying that we weren't allowed to have them, we weren't allowed to have our coop, and that we needed to get rid of them immediately. And then they served us with a lawsuit. And we've been in court ever since. It's almost 3 years now.
During depositions, opposing counsel was asked Lori, do you kiss your chickens? And I mean, I think that kind of shows, to your point, that, people aren't taking this seriously because it's chickens, it's cute, it's a little funny, it's a little odd.
In 1970, they created National Language Day, which is today. What do you think is the number one language in the world?
Mandarin.
Yeah, Mandarin.
Portuguese, number 7. Bengali is 6. Hindi, number 5. Arabic is 4. English is 3rd. Spanish is 2nd. Chinese. But it's just saying Chinese lumps a bunch of dialects together, but 900 million speak Mandarin. Would you feel comfortable trapped in an elevator with these celebrities? They did a whole survey to say, if you got trapped in an elevator, would it be creepy or would it be, who would you want to be trapped in an elevator with? So who do you think are the top?
Oh, so people put their list of who they want to be trapped in an elevator with. Jennifer Aniston's got to be up there.
Or they say, are they creepy people?
It's about guys that are lacking that creep factor. So who would you feel comfortable with? I don't like number 1 anymore.
Shane Gillis. Sour comedian of some type.
No, Leonardo DiCaprio's number 11. Then
I
Andy
think I'd
Samberg.
feel really comfortable with Chris Hemsworth.
He's not in there. Tom Holland, 7. Keanu Reeves, then Jack Black, Brendan Fraser, Pedro Pascal. Paul Rudd's number 2. Number 1 is Tom Hanks.
Oh, nobody's safe in an elevator with him.
Paul Rudd, I get. That'd be fun.
What do you got for life hacks, Rich?
Have you ever had a terrible night's sleep and it just kind of like, you think about it all the time, how much sleep you're not getting, and then you're tired the next day, and then everything kind of hits you hard? Well, the hack to getting rid of that is the same hack that people say, yeah, I don't get sick. I'm fine. I never get sick. They say that really your thoughts become things. So the hack is if you believe you got a great night's sleep, even though you didn't, your body's going to feel like it has, and you can actually have a much better day. In fact, the research shows by 70% more if you just say, I didn't sleep a lot, but it was a great night's sleep. I'm good.
I believe that. Your mind's a really powerful thing.
Apparently. So try that. If you need to read that life hack, it's up at johnjandrich.com.
Getting drunk over the weekend or just want to talk to us? Call your John Jay and Rich drunk dial line at 602-888-1933.
In the studio right now, you got Rich Barrett directly across from me. To my right is Nick, our producer, who's sitting where Peyton's sitting. She's on vacation. Then you got Kyle as I go around the room. And then baby Noah sitting on the guest mic. We're going to go around the room. We want to get into some stuff with Noah and Nick. But first, remember I was telling you I was working on this game?
Yeah.
Right? I'm still working on it. And as I work on it and test it out with you guys, it makes it harder to work on it because I feel like I'm already spent. So, for example...
Like the game's already done?
Yeah. Like I came up with, remember what came first game?
Yeah.
All right. So, Hunger Games or DoorDash? What came first? Nick?
Hunger Games.
Wow. Are you in character?
Are you
Hunger
okay?
Games.
Nick's losing his voice.
It's going great.
You say Hunger Games came first?
Yeah.
Kyle, what do you think?
Hunger Games.
What do you think, Rich?
Yes, Hunger Games.
What do you think, Noah?
Hunger Games.
Hunger Games came out in 2012, DoorDash 2013.
Ooh.
Airbnb or Peloton? What came first, Kyle?
I'm going to say Airbnb.
Noah?
Airbnb.
Rich?
Peloton.
Nick?
Peloton.
Peloton came out in 2012, Airbnb 2008.
Oh.
Okay, Kyle, what came first? Frozen or TikTok?
Frozen.
Yeah, I think that was an easy one.
Yeah.
Frozen is 2013, TikTok 2016. What came first, Noah? Tinder or Moana?
Tinder.
What do you think, Kyle?
Moana.
Moana came out in 2016.
Moana.
Tinder 2012.
Oh, wow.
What came first, Rich? Spotify or Zoom?
Spotify.
You're right. I was going to go with this. What came first, Rich? Spotify in 2008 or Zoom in 2011?
Yes, that's correct.
All right, so Noah has moved out of his parents' house. Right? Are you officially out?
Today is officially moving day.
Move-in day?
Yes.
Okay.
After the show today, I'm getting a U-Haul and clearing out my storage unit and bringing all my stuff in.
And you are moving in with your best friend, Lenora.
Correct.
Okay, and you have your own room and she has her own room, right?
Yeah.
So have you learned anything? Because now you've also said you were staying, you kind of already living there, right? So
Yeah.
have you uncovered things? Like Colin and I were talking about it the other day, how when you move in with your friend, things happen. Have you already uncovered things that you didn't know about her?
Yeah, I didn't know she's kind of a messy person, but I did not know that she was particular about where her furniture is placed. We got in this really interesting petty argument because her grandpa had passed away and he left her this like ancient Victorian dresser. It's so ugly. And she was like, I don't know where to put this, but I want to keep it. And I'm like, cool. So she originally had it in my room. It was like a storage room before I had moved in. And she had mentioned moving it. And she wanted to take a whole day to move stuff out of that room. And so I had put the dresser on these like carpet slider things. I don't know if you've ever seen them, but it's amazing for moving furniture. I just discovered this, so maybe it's just me. But I start moving the dresser out into the main room. It's so heavy. And she's like, oh, I didn't know if I wanted it in here or not. And I'm like, well, it's already out of the room. It's halfway down the hall. Like, where
you didn't talk to her when you're going to put it, when you're moving this huge thing?
Well, she had mentioned that she wanted it in her bedroom originally.
Oh.
But I guess she had changed her mind. But then now she wanted it in the main room anyway. That's where we were at. And I was like, oh, if you put it in front of, there's like one big window in the apartment. I'm like, if you put it in front of the window, you could put like a nice little plant on top of the dresser and it'll get in some natural light. And she was like, what do you mean in front of the window? And I was like, it could be center of the room right in front of that window. And she's like, you can't put a dresser in front of the window. It'll partially cover up a little bit of the window.
Yeah, she's right.
Just a little bit. And I was like, I don't see the problem. Like, it's a giant window, and it would just cover where the bottom of it is, just a little. Like, it's not like it covers the window. And she was like, I just can't. Like, it
I'm
needs
with
to
her.
be a whole square.
It's bad feng shui, right?
Yeah. What about the cheese thing you said?
She came home from work, and she works at a daycare, and she goes, Score! I went to the cafeteria on my way out, and they gave me this wholesale bag of cheddar cheese. We don't have to starve tonight.
I love cheese.
And I was like, how poor are we? Like, I was in the middle of making dinner. I was like, I can get some cheese.
I got cheese, buddy.
I can eat cheese for dinner every day. I love cheese so much.
Bulkiest cafeteria style bag you've ever seen, like straight from a restaurant supplier.
Well, that's good.
I thought that was so funny.
You know, last night I went to dinner. I kind of did this on purpose. I took my son Jake and my son Dutch out to a restaurant. There's this restaurant. There's a lot of steakhouses in town, right? And there's one steakhouse that is literally my whole family's favorite steakhouse. We go there quite a bit. And then one day I had to go to this meeting at this other steakhouse. And that other steakhouse has one particular steak that I have never had anywhere else. And it is the most delicious steak in the world. And it's a battle in my house to go there because my wife loves the other steak place. She doesn't think that we should go to this steakhouse because she likes this one. But last night she was out of town. So I went to the steakhouse with two of my boys yesterday. And I got that one steak. And sure enough, it's unbelievable. I also, now I'm fasting, right? So I had my meal last night at like 5:30. My next meal's at 1 today. I have lunch today at 1 at that steakhouse.
Good. Yeah, that's awesome.
Like, my last meal was this one steak. My next meal will be the same steak.
Nothing wrong with that.
I know. That's kind of one of the things I like about, like, you know, if I was ever single.
Just going to eat wherever you want.
Embracing your OCD.
Right. Now, Nick, are you going to be able to talk with your voice all jacked up?
You tell me.
Oh, my.
How does it sound? Does it sound good? It's tea all morning, so I feel pretty good.
Okay, you feel okay?
I feel fine.
Okay.
It's just, you know.
Kind of got that RFK thing.
It's this game.
Oh, my gosh.
Jenna was calling me. Jenna was calling me
Vaccines are killing people. Vaccines.
Vaccines are bad. Vaccines are bad. See
Red dye. I've never been able to listen to more than 5 seconds of that guy speaking because it hurts my ears.
Do you need me to leave?
No, do you
I'm pretty close.
Yeah, it's real close.
I feel fine, guys.
Okay, so what happened to you? Because it was your anniversary, right, or something like that. Why were you at the spa?
Yeah, it was our anniversary earlier this week, and my wife and I did it like a full spa day. Which now that I'm listening to my voice, I'm like, oh, maybe I should have stayed there longer. And I don't know if it's the same with women, but the men locker room is like a really weird place for me because I don't know. It's like since the beginning of time, it's like dudes are just supposed to be comfortable seeing other dudes naked, and I've never been that way.
I agree.
And so we're getting ready to leave, and I go to get dressed and whatever, and it's like the locker room is packed, and I'm seeing all these things hanging from dudes' bodies, and I kind of back away, right, from my locker so that I don't touch nude butt with another man. And as I'm like moving my way in, he's like, "Oh, sorry, guy," like whatever. And I was like, "That's fine." And as I'm getting this ready, he's like, "Man, they really should make these places bigger, shouldn't they?" And I understand. I'm an acquired taste. And not many people get me like to start. And most people would be like, oh, ha, ha, ha. Yeah, you're right. But not Nick. That's not how Nick responds.
Not classic Nick.
And I wrote it down specifically because I was like, oh, yeah, it's just like we're in high school again, right? When you're the most comfortable with your body and you just get to see ding-dongs all over the place all day long. And he looked at me and he goes, sure.
He slowly backs away and out the door.
He's like, yeah, you weren't supposed to respond with anything like that.
Have a great day. And like as he's leaving, I was like, "Why are you this way?
Why are you talking to people when you're naked?
Yeah, why even worry about it? Why not just let him be?"
This is why I told you should be on vocal rest. You should have taken that advice.
Yeah, just shut up all the time.
I think the only time that you should ever talk to anyone in a locker, and it's the only time I do it, is whenever you're in the area with somebody. You're like, "Oh, go figure." Nobody in this whole locker room, but we have our 2 lockers next to each other.
Yeah.
And that's it.
Oh,
I wouldn't mention their ding-dongs.
I wouldn't say anything. Even if it was on fire, I wouldn't ask where the fire exit is. I just don't think you say anything at all.
Nice ding-dong.
Yeah, I think the thing is, too, it It's not like I edited that conversation. I said ding dong because I'm in middle school. Like, why would you do that?
Earbuds in and completely ignoring whoever's talking to you.
John Jay and Rich, anywhere you go on the free iHeartRadio app.
John Jay Rich, we've been talking a lot about that plane that crashed and flipped. How many people were on that flight, Kyle?
A lot of people were on the flight, I think like 63, 70 or something like that.
And they all lived.
Yep.
I mean,
21 people were injured, but yeah, surprisingly they all lived. But I mean, what a harrowing experience.
You never hear about plane crashes and people surviving.
No,
so
not especially a fiery plane crash where the wings come off.
So we thought we'd get into, your near-death experience. So tell us, why you should be dead, but you're not dead. Simon, good morning.
Good morning.
What happened to you?
So, I'm in Portland, Oregon, which is right next to the Columbia River Gorge, and was on a real awesome hike and almost died.
How?
I was coming down from the top of the trail and lost my footing on some loose rock and started sliding down the trail. And was heading right towards a nice little 1,000-foot sheer cliff.
Oh, my God.
Oh, no.
A nice little 1,000.
How'd you stop?
I kind of just threw myself to the ground on my stomach, thinking, more body surface on the ground, more friction, maybe I'll stop. Wasn't stopping. Started kind of scrambling, reaching out for roots, rocks, whatever. Was able to snag a root with my hand that stopped me about 2 feet short.
Oh, my God.
Dude, that is so Indiana Jones.
Totally.
It was a real, puckering moment of the, the lower area.
It's crazy to me that you are having thoughts go through your head while you're sliding to your imminent doom, that you're thinking in these moments, better grab a root, better flip on my stomach. I don't know. I think most people would be like, what is happening?
Flailing.
And then they'd be gone. Yeah.
Or you kind of like sliding down and you're thinking, oh, it'll stop in a second.
Yeah.
Before
Maybe.
you know, when you were sliding down, did you see the cliff? You knew that was coming?
Yeah, it was an in and out trail, so I'd already passed it on the way up.
Oh.
And it was like you walk down right to the edge, and then, you turn left, and the trail goes that way.
At all?
Yeah.
Did you at all, going while you were sliding down, did you at all in your brain go, wee? I would be like, it's kind of fun.
Probably not. Like,
It'd be
more like it.
That falling 1,000 feet would be just the weirdest feeling. But
I would tuck and roll.
I mean, then you don't feel anything at all after that, I guess, right?
And I was thinking old school Looney Tunes or, Goofy when he falls off the cliffs.
You take off your shirt, make a parachute, land safely. That's what I would have done.
That would definitely be like a cartoon.
Mm-hmm.
It was a moment for sure.
Well, we're glad you survived, my brother, and thank you for sharing that story with us.
No problem, you guys.
877-937-1047. Tell us why you should be dead, right? I mean, you survived. Like this plane crash. All these people survived. It's an amazing story. 877-937-1047. We will talk to you next. John, Jane, Rich.
I wanna be next to you.
It's John, Jane, Rich. We're getting into the moments you should have died. You should be dead, but you're alive. Why? What happened? 877-937-1047. Lee, good morning. You're on the air.
Yeah, this is Lee. I was just talking to, I forget her name.
Jenna?
Jenna, that was it.
What's up, Lee?
Not much.
What was she calling you for?
Sounds like John Jay.
It is. You're on the air.
Oh, my God. A funny story about near-death experiences.
Funny story about almost dying. Let's hear it, Lee.
Yes. It's pretty good. Almost hit a city bus.
Huh?
Yeah.
I didn't hear what you said. Did you say almost hit a city bus?
Correct. Oh, this is Rich.
Yeah, we're all here.
I just said you're on the radio.
Kyle's here, too.
I didn't know I was going to be in the air. They told me I would talk to somebody else first, so this is...
Well,
okay.
I answered the phone.
Oh, very good. Anyway, you guys remember about 10 or 15 years ago that you guys almost came to St. Louis?
Yes.
Very much so.
And I was the one who was kind of spearheading it. Like, I was working nights at the time, so I was sending out messages to all my friends to post on our iHeart station.
Uh-huh.
And I got 500-600 people to do it.
Oh, wow.
And, oh, yeah, it was ridiculous.
I wonder how we didn't get picked up.
30 to 1. I know, it was ridiculous. Yeah. And anyway, so I would send them the message and then tell them basically what to say also. Well, it ended up, of course, you guys didn't go there. So I was furiously writing my response to that. And this is why, of course, you should never text and drive. And I was kind of driving with my knees, and I wandered sort of into the other lane and almost hit a Park City bus going about 50 miles an hour.
Oh, my gosh.
So you almost died trying to get us on the air in St. Louis.
Right. If there's ever a St. Louis chapter of the John Jay and Rich fan club.
We should at least give you something. I can mail him a CD or something. I got a couple old CDs.
Yeah, we're not on the air in St. Louis?
No, we're not.
All right, so look, you almost got killed listening to us, helping promote us in St. Louis, and we're grateful for that, Lee. Thank you.
Oh, yeah. No problem.
All right, have a great day,
I'll
dog.
listen from here on line. See you.
Thank you,
Bye.
brother.
Thanks.
Bye-bye. Cece, good morning.
Good morning. How are you?
Good. Do you have a near-death experience?
I do. I was traveling with my younger brothers. We were traveling from my dad's back to my mom's.
Okay.
And we were in L.A. We took off. It was myself and my two little brothers. I think I was maybe 13. And the pilot comes on and says, we have to dump our fuel. Our landing gear is not working, and prepare for crash landing at LAX.
Whoa.
Yeah. So we had to, everyone get in the crash position, head between your legs, shoes off. There were adults around us, like, crying, and here I am with my little brothers trying to, keep them calm. And my little brother goes, are we crashing? And we land on foam. My dad heard it on the radio as he was driving home from LAX. Whoa. So he goes back, and the airlines actually wanted to put the three of us kids in a hotel room till we could get another flight. And my dad was like, absolutely not. They are not going on this airplane.
That's not what I thought you were going to say. I thought your dad heard the crash. He was like, well, I guess I don't need to go to the airport.
No, it was like on the radio, there was an issue with airplane at LAX, and they're preparing for a landing, and the fire trucks were there. It was the scariest thing at 12 years old.
Yeah, so I mean,
13.
since then, do you have a fear of flying now or going through that? You're like, hey, I already been through a crash. I'm good.
Mm-hmm.
Not really, but now I do. With everything that's going on, it's really scary.
Yeah,
but
for
back
sure.
then, I didn't know any better.
If I was your dad, when I picked you guys up, I would have been like, guess we don't ever have to go to Disneyland again. Nothing's going to compare to that.
Oh, my gosh.
He was actually very concerned.
Well, he should be.
He should be, yeah. He was probably terrified.
He was like, oh, I get to have you for a couple more days. My mom was freaking out because obviously she was in back east.
Yeah, she's so far away. She probably felt helpless.
Yeah.
We survived. There's far worse things in my life now.
Oh, God.
Than,
well, if you want to share those.
Okay, CC.
Let's see. My PTSD. No, I'm good.
Oh, you poor thing.
All right. Thanks for calling in, CC.
You're very welcome. I love you guys. Have a great day.
Love you too. Bye-bye. If you have any other ones, shoot us a call, 877-937-1047, or a DM at John J. Van Ness. In fact, you should call us now, and we could plan to have you on the show at another day. 877-937-1047.
John Jay and Rich.
We have a special guest in the studio who's going to host our game today for Halsey tickets.
Hello.
Well, if it isn't Addie.
Hey, Addie.
Kyle's daughter.
It definitely is not me, but it is me, but it isn't.
Ooh, all right. That might be a clue for the game.
So, Addie, what game are we playing?
We're going to call it half a minute to win it because you got 30 seconds to answer questions.
Okay.
Yes, and it's very Family Feud Fast Money-esque. So we're actually, since we're just testing this out today, we're going to pair John Jay and Noah. We'll be Team John Jay.
Let's go, dog.
Okay. Grant and Rich are going to be Team Rich.
Team Cobra Kai.
Let's go.
Just like in Family Feud, the Fast Money Round, when it's not your turn, you will have to leave the room. You cannot hear your teammates' answers. Your goal is to get the number one answers in a survey of 100 people.
Okay.
Much like Family Feud.
Let's go. Let's play the feud.
Good answer.
Okay, so for our first round, Team John Jay will be up first.
Okay, so
which
we leave,
means
right?
Noah. No, you guys can leave. No, you guys can stay because you have a different set of questions. But Noah, since you are Team John Jay, you do need to leave.
I need to leave. Okay.
Get out of here.
Yeah, Noah. That's a signature catchphrase for you.
Okay.
All right, John Jay.
Chair. Okay.
If you get an answer right, you will hear this. Then Addie will give you your next question. If you hear this, that's not on the list.
Okay.
Addie, take it away.
Okay, round 1. Name a fictional character who has great strength.
Hulk.
Name a place parents take a baby where they hope it doesn't start crying.
Airplane.
Name a precious stone.
Diamond.
Name something that heats up when you turn it on.
Stove.
Name a breed of dog that starts with the letter C.
Cocker Spaniel.
Okay.
Wow.
Round 1 is over. We got to bring Noah
Good
back
job.
in.
Let's go, Noah. Let's go, Noah.
No whammies. No whammies.
I can listen now.
Oh, yeah, you don't get to
It's Family Feud.
Where are you going?
All right, so Noah gets the same question.
You're always trying
Are
to
you
leave.
ready, Noah?
I'm ready.
Your time begins now.
Round 1. Name a fictional character who has great strength.
Hercules.
Name a place parents take a baby where they hope it doesn't start crying.
Come on, Noah!
The Four Seasons Orlando.
Wow.
That's where my mind went.
Okay.
That's not on there. You have to guess again, and your time's running out.
Oh, I have to keep going. Oh, okay. For a nap in the bedroom.
Did you not grow up a human? What's happening here?
Read the next one.
Name a precious stone.
Ruby.
Name something that heats up when you turn it on.
A microwave.
Your mom.
Your mom.
A blanket. A heated blanket. You turn it on. Space heater.
I'm sorry, you're out of time.
Dang.
Out of time.
How was that only 30 seconds?
All right.
That was a long 30
Noah,
seconds.
so
I'm sweating.
Sorry, not very many points on there. We're
So
moving over
sorry.
to Team Rich.
You tell me Four Seasons Orlando wasn't the number 1 answer on the board?
Okay, so Grant has to leave for this,
Okay,
right?
Grant. Step
Get out
outside.
of here, hell, Rich. Give him hell, brother. Get out of here.
You're fired.
All right, Eddie. I'm
All
ready.
right,
I'm ready,
your
Eddie.
time begins now.
Which of the 7 dwarfs can you relate to most?
Sleepy.
Which name the most important piece of furniture in your house?
Couch.
Name something the bride normally decides when planning a wedding.
What she's gonna wear? The dress.
Name an occupation you think is underpaid.
Nurse.
Name a word that ends in mate.
Soulmate.
Okay, a solid first round. Bring your teammate back in, Richard.
I think Grant actually left.
All right.
Grant went home.
Big money. Big money, no whammies. Come on,
Big
y'all.
money.
Did you,
Big money.
Big money.
Big money.
All right, ready for the next round.
See?
Your time begins now.
Which of the 7 dwarfs can you relate to most?
Dopey.
Name the most important piece of furniture in your house.
Bed.
Name something the bride normally decides when planning a wedding.
Food. Cake. That's what's
Name
up.
an occupation you think is underpaid.
Radio show producer. Pilot. Painter. Drive-through person.
Painter.
Dancer. TikToker. Oh, damn.
No, Grant keeps getting answers wrong and it's just like, and then time runs out.
That's what's up.
I got a good feeling about this Noah Lashley.
All right, according to the survey says, Addie, who won?
Team Rick.
Yeah! No way! I demand a recount.
We done did it, brother.
No way.
Cobra Kai.
I'm just saying the Four Seasons Orlando, baby. Nothing but smiles. Nothing.
Oh, wow.
I guess you that Four Seasons really threw you off there.
What a surprise. Congratulations. Caller 14 right now. You get tickets to see Halsey. 877-937-1047. Good luck. Great game, Addie. Great game.
You're really good at this.
It was fun.
Like a little tiny Kyle. She's like a little tiny
You
Kyle.
come back and host more games, please?
Yes.
Okay, great.
I will.
Don't drunk dial your ex. Drunk dial us. Call our John, Jay, and Rich drunk dial line. 602-888-1933.
I'm starting to really, in my point of view, get a little into the Blake Lively, Justin Baldoni thing. Every time I see stuff, like, it's pretty interesting because I saw that Blake Lively's press agent said remove me from the lawsuit or something. Did you see that?
Yeah. Right. She basically went and said Justin Baldoni filed a $400 million lawsuit against Blake Lively, her publicist, and some news outlets, basically saying they created a smear campaign and totally crashed his name. And her publicist just went to court and filed legal paperwork saying we need to be removed from this. This whole lawsuit has no precedent anyways, and there's nothing that proves we did anything wrong to him. So having us in it is, number one, not legal, and number two, it's just a distraction from the lawsuit Blake Lively filed against him.
Anything else going on with that case?
Oh, yeah. So so you guys see Blake Lively and Ryan Reynolds were at SNL 50. Mm-hmm. So there was a part where it started floating around on social media. They were backstage or somewhere on the set or somewhere around there. And Blake Lively and Amy Schumer shared this long hug. And there's a very famous lip reader now on Instagram, and she read the lips and said what allegedly she thinks was in the conversation.
What'd she say?
And I guess Blake Lively hugged Amy Schumer and then was like, oh, thank God, I needed this hug so bad. And then she looks over at Ryan Reynolds and she says, God help me. And then Amy Schumer, I guess, says to Blake, you're going to be okay. They're projecting onto him. And then Blake was like, thank you so much for being here.
Well, projecting onto him means what?
Onto Ryan, because everyone supposedly backstage was talking crap about why is Ryan Reynolds here, this and that, and whatever. And allegedly, Taylor Swift was actually invited to go to SNL 50 to be at that show. And I mean, what quote unquote insiders are saying is that she didn't want to go because she doesn't want to be around Blake Lively at all. Now, if you remember, there was a rumor that apparently Taylor Swift had something to do with one of the casting of the characters in the movie It Ends With Us. And now someone found the clip of the actress on the red carpet being asked about it and confirming she actually plays the younger version of Blake Lively in the movie.
I hear that Taylor may have had some influence in getting the role. She did. Yeah, I know. I don't even know if I'm meant to be saying it, but I'm saying it. Yeah, she was a helpful part of the process of the audition, which I found out later after I got it, and that rocked my world. I have no words.
And so, but we heard from Taylor's people that Taylor had nothing to do with the casting, wants nothing to do, doesn't want her name associated with this at all, and now is not on speaking terms with Blake Lively at all.
If this goes to court, the star power of people that have to come forward.
It's going to be a mess.
This is going to be Johnny Depp, Amber Heard all over again if they
televise it. If they televise it, absolutely.
Any more Taylor Swift stuff?
I don't believe so.
Kylie Kelsey?
Oh, yeah, that. Yeah, that's Kylie Kelsey stuff. Because apparently there have been all these, I guess, articles about how Kylie Kelsey doesn't like Taylor Swift, doesn't like hanging around it because she likes to be out of the spotlight and this and that. She's got a podcast, and so she's got this platform to be able to say, that's really not the case.
Anyone that asks me in person, I am very forthcoming with how much I love and appreciate her and how much I love the fact that you can tell how happy Travis is. And that's what I care about. So let's not pit women against women. Let's stop writing articles when there's not any beef to write articles about.
I just posted on my Instagram Taylor Swift video that I've never seen before with Kanye West.
Is it AI? What's the video?
Oh, it is not AI. It's on John J. Van. I'm just going to tell you, go to my Instagram, John J. Van to see it.
Okay.
It is not AI. Speaking of Kanye, though, again, he's in the news. That guy keeps his name in the news for 30 years.
And it's not for good things at all, because apparently the story of Kanye right now is that he's relapsed and he had some dental procedure done and they had to give him laughing gas. And I guess that was a problem with him before. I had never heard that, but I guess it was a problem with him before, and he had quit and he had not been doing any of that stuff. But after the dental procedure, now he's huffing laughing gas again on the side. In the meantime, his daughter, Northwest, you guys remember when she was in The Lion King? critics were not nice to Northie.
10 then, right?
Critics were like, very mean about how obviously this is nepotism at its finest. Like, she only got the job, and like, you didn't really hear much. And most people were like, dude, she's a kid. Like, you might want to like not say that about a kid. But now we're hearing from Kim herself.
I already know what's coming, She's not Whitney Houston. Duh. She got the job because of her parents. North is the moment. They want to see Northwest on a TikTok, on a this, on a anything, because she's a personality, a performer. And if anyone wants to hate on a child that is having the time of their lives, you.
Yeah.
I agree with her.
That's a great
totally.
point she makes there.
I totally agree with her. Anna, thanks for holding.
Hi.
Hey, what's going on?
Yeah, so I just need help with something and like some validation. So my boyfriend has been like freaking out since last week because I have this friend at work. His name's Brian, and he's like so sweet. He's funny, and he's like, kind of like a big brother I never had. And he's single. He's looking for a girlfriend, and he's a few years older than me. So, like, I told him, like, let's go out. I'm going to find you someone. I'm going to be your wing woman. And so, like, this couldn't be any more of a platonic relationship, right? But, like, my boyfriend kind of, like, got a little bit mad about it. And he wasn't, like, a fan of it, a fan of our friendship at all. And, like, he thinks that, like, Brian wants to be with me. He's trying to, like, move in, and he keeps telling me that I just can't see it because I'm, like, only 21, so I don't get it. And, like, I told him, like, you're, like, being irrational, because we're just friends. And so, like, we went out, and Brian and me, and, like, literally nothing happened. Brian didn't even, like, try to make a move or anything, But, like, since that happened, my boyfriend stopped talking to me, and he's, like, not responding, and that's been happening since Saturday. So, like, am I crazy?
Did you invite your boyfriend to go out with you guys, or you just went out with Brian alone?
No, yeah, just Brian and myself, because, like, I was, being his wing woman, trying to find someone.
I think I would be mad at you too if I were your boyfriend.
If he got
quite
invited.
honestly, if you invited him and you went out with as boyfriend and girlfriend, and then our friend that we're trying to hook up with someone, then that's one thing. But like, you went out with someone, he already tell you that he was uncomfortable you hanging out with.
So you went on a date with somebody else in his eyes.
Yeah.
But like, I mean,
regardless of whether or not anything happened and how you feel, you totally like heard what he said, and then we're like, forget it, it's fine.
Mm-hmm.
But it sounds like we're just friends, like literally. That's
okay. That's what you're saying. Let me ask you this: when you took him out, did you find, because you're his wing woman, right? Did you find him a girl?
We found like a few people that he's texting, but I don't know if we found like the one.
Because I would think that it would be very difficult if just a guy and a girl going out, unless you look like swingers.
Because people think
Right.
you're with him.
Right.
We're looking for a lover.
I'm looking for a girl for my friend Brian. Is it Brian or Ryan?
Brian.
Brian?
Yeah.
With a B?
Yeah.
Oh, I kept hearing Ryan, and then I heard Brian.
But
right.
Then that's what you need to tell your boyfriend. I didn't go out with Ryan.
I went with
Brian. Oh, can you enunciate next time? Because I clearly will not go out with either of them anymore. That's what I would have said.
I mean, the thing is like, if he had a girl at work that you were like, she totally is into you, and he was like, it's fine, she just wants a boyfriend, we're going to go out without you, and we're going to go to a bar and go out and look for people for her, and you were like, no, that makes me uncomfortable, and he did it anyways, you would probably be mad.
We're just going out to buy lingerie. I'm just helping her out. Chill. Chillax.
I think I hear you, what you're saying. But the thing is, we're just friends.
Yeah,
That's true. You're saying that.
Probably totally
That's true.
innocent for you.
I hear you.
Can I tell you a quick story about when I was 21? and I was dating this girl named Stephanie, and she moved to L.A. to go to Fashion Institute, and I was living in San Diego, and she moved in a complex next to this guy named Mike, right? And he was really ugly, and I would say, what's up with this Mike guy? I think he likes you. And she's like, ooh, gross. She literally said, ooh, gross. But he also won the lottery, right? He had a lot of money. Guess what? Guess who has 3 kids with Mike?
Stephanie. Oh, no.
Yeah.
Ew, gross.
Yeah, we're just friends. Ooh, gross. He just lives in my complex. Ooh, gross.
Yeah, you know how women always say, I know women. Guys know guys, too. And a guy's not just going to go out with a girl that's just a friend for the hookup. He's probably thinking something. He's probably looking for an opportunity and just playing the friend card. That's what your boyfriend thinks.
No, I see what you're saying, but like, he's older, you know? We're like...
Older guys
he's
like to get after it, too.
Yeah, I think you should apologize to your boyfriend. Like, my bad. I didn't see it the way you saw it. I do. I want to be respectful of your feelings. You know, explain that to him. And then, I mean, at one point in every relationship, if you're hanging out with someone that makes your significant other very uncomfortable, it's disrespectful to continue that relationship.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah. Thank you, guys.
Thanks, Hannah. Bye.
Bye.
I'm such that fine for you. I do that 3-4 times again. I testify for you.
John, Jay, and Rich. I started watching White Lotus.
I thought you hated that show.
Season 1, I hated. And the big reason I hate it is because they say it's a comedy. And I didn't think season 1 was funny at all. I mean, there's stuff like you go, I didn't think it was funny. And it won all these awards. I didn't like it. Season 2, I watched some of it. I thought it was okay. Grant came in here talking about season 3 because the first episode dropped. So I watched the first episode of season 3. Now, season 3 starts off with a shooting, like a mass shooting. And it's so far, I finished the episode, there's nothing funny in it. So I don't know if it's still called a comedy. But right now, if it was a drama and I was watching it, I'm thinking this is pretty good. Like, it's interesting right now.
So you just got to get comedy out of your head.
I guess, yeah.
And just be intrigued by the show. I thought season 2 of White Lotus was actually really good.
And then also season 3, it's like they go to this resort and there's a guy, you know the guy Walt Goggins, the guy who's in, he's in Righteous Gemstones. He's also in the video game. What's that game?
Walton Goggins.
Yeah, what's the game? The show he's on where it's the video game? It was really good.
Oh, I don't know.
It was on Amazon. It's really, really good. With the zombies.
Oh,
he's killing everybody.
Fallout.
He's in Fallout. He's in it too, and what I don't get with this character right now is that he's in this resort in Thailand and he doesn't want to be there and he hates everybody and he's a jerk.
So I think the whole point of season 3 is it's like a whodunit. So
Right.
they show you the active shooter at the beginning, and then you're going to watch the 8 episodes
to find out who the
shooter is.
Right.
But didn't you find the family, like the siblings, that relationship's very weird,
very strange.
It's like uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Like I didn't enjoy that.
Then one of them's the shooter. You solve the whole thing.
I thought that too. I guess they're trying to make you pick who guess who the shooter is, but it's not a comedy.
I mean, there's nothing funny has happened yet. I liked when Walton Goggins lit the cigarette on the boat, though. That was pretty fun.
Like, since I haven't seen any of it, do you feel like you could pick up just at season 3 and be entertained?
Yeah.
The only story that goes back to season 1 is the black lady.
Uncle Rico.
Oh, I'm not to Uncle Rico yet.
Remember the girl, the girlfriend meets the other girlfriend at the bar, and they're like, "I'm with that bald guy in the back," and it's Uncle Rico from the first and second season. I only know him as Uncle
I thought
Rico.
you were talking about. Oh, you're really talking about Uncle Rico.
He's bald. He's old now. It's crazy.
The actor, because he was the rich guy with Jennifer. What's her face?
Coolidge.
Yeah. Anyway. So I started watching that. What about, get into the other show you started watching. So many people messaged me about this show.
Zero Day, brother.
Yeah.
Zero Day. Robert De Niro. Oh, he's at it again. It's basically, so it just starts out Robert De Niro's former president, and he's just hanging out, and you're like, what is the point of the show? Because it's 15 minutes in and nothing happens. And then all of a sudden, everyone's cell phone just shuts off. All electronics shut off. Everything shuts off for 1 minute. And then everyone's cell phone turns back on and it says, this will happen again. But in that 1 minute, all the trains derail. Planes are falling out of the sky. Crazy, crazy stuff is happening. And it's basically somebody hacked into every system and found a 0-day exploit, which is like something that when they write code, they don't realize they have a problem until they release it. You know what I mean?
So it's just like the Julia Roberts movie.
It's kind of sicker.
Is it a movie or is it a TV
It's
series?
a limited series, is what they said. But Robert De Niro, he remember how like when we watched The Irishman, he's playing like 25-year-old self and he can barely move. Yeah. He's like jogging in this. He's like lost a lot of weight. Good for Robert De Niro, dude.
Good for De
I think
Niro.
he had that kid, and like right.
Yeah, he wants to be younger because he wants to
he's
like
trying to be a
see
good
the
dad.
kid grow up.
I've put together a game. You guys want to play games?
Yeah,
It's Friday and John-G's got a game for you.
Or should I wait till Monday when Peyton's here?
I don't have a Monday song, though. I only have a Friday song.
That's true. We usually have to sing the Monday song.
Well, because it's just you two. It's kind of different, isn't it?
Yeah, we'll crush it, though.
All right. Well, okay. This game, this Saturday, by the way, is the biggest breakup day of the year.
Grant came in because you wanted a third person.
Okay, but is it cool if I call you Peyton?
Yeah, call me Peyton.
All right, no, I'm just kidding. So Saturday is the biggest breakup day of the year, if you guys didn't know. So this is a game about celebrities and their significant other.
Ooh.
Kyle, before Ben Affleck was married to Jennifer Lopez, he was married to this actress known for Alias.
Jennifer Garner.
Yes.
Good answer.
Grant,
Thank you.
before she was Mrs. Tom Brady, this supermodel dated Leonardo DiCaprio.
What is Giselle Bundchen?
Good answer.
Yes,
Thank
Rich,
you.
this Pirates of the Caribbean star had a highly publicized and messy divorce from Amber Heard.
Johnny Depp.
Yes, okay.
Good answer.
Good answer. Really.
Take it down a little bit harder now. Grant, this country superstar was married to Blake Shelton before he moved on to Gwen Stefani.
You kind of gave it. You asked the question in a weird way because it is Blake Shelton, right?
No,
It's
this country star was married to Blake Shelton before he moved on to
It's
Gwen
either
Stefani.
Carrie Underwood, Trisha Underwood, one of those.
Is the answer Miranda Lambert?
Yeah.
Hey, there we go. Good
She's
answer.
a she.
He moved on to Gwen
Oh,
Stefani.
I got so confused
No.
with the pronouns there.
He
My
moved on
bad.
to Gwen Stefani.
Good answer.
Kyle,
Love.
before he dated Gigi Hadid, this former One Direction star was engaged to Perry Edwards of Little Mix.
Who is Zayn Malik?
Yes.
Good job.
Good answer,
Rich.
Kyle.
Before she became Miss Justin Timberlake, this actress was linked to Chris Evans in the early 2000s.
Oh, really? I didn't know that. Jessica Biel.
Yes. Grant, before Orlando Bloom got engaged to Katy Perry, he was married to this supermodel. That's a tough one.
Oh, wow. That's an incredibly tough one. Ooh,
Steele?
Kyle for the steal.
Miranda Kerr.
Yes.
Ooh, good answer.
Thank you.
Kyle, this businesswoman and reality star had a whirlwind 72-day marriage to NBA player Chris Humphries.
Kim Kardashian.
Yes. Okay, I'm going to just give this one to the room because it's really hard. I will be very impressed if anyone gets this one.
Heck yeah.
Before Meghan Markle became the Duchess of Sussex, she was married to this film producer.
Oh, yeah. It's the guy who created Suits.
Clint Howard.
Trevor
Noah.
Ingleson.
Whoa.
Grant,
That's how she got on Suits.
before her romance with Machine Gun Kelly, this actress was married to Brian Austin Green.
Who is Megan Fox?
Yes, Kyle, this Twilight actress was once in a serious and sometimes on-again, off-again relationship with Victoria's Secret model Stella Maxwell.
It's not Taylor Lautner.
This Twilight actress. I think I need to start
Well, I
stressing.
said it's not Taylor
It's
Lautner.
not. You're right.
She's right.
So zip it. It's not Taylor Lautner. Oh, what is her name? Kristen Stewart.
Yes.
Nice.
Rich, this High School Musical heartthrob and Vanessa Hudgens dated for 5 years before calling it quits.
Zac Efron.
Yes. Grant.
Also not Taylor Lautner.
Not Taylor Lautner.
Before Ariana Grande got married, she was famously engaged to this SNL comedian with lots of tattoos. No longer has tattoos.
Who is Pete Davidson?
Yes. Kyle, this pop queen wrote Cry Me a River about her breakup with Justin Timberlake.
Whoa. Wrote Cry Me a River?
I thought Justin Timberlake sang Cry Me a River. So did Britney Spears
It
write
says
Cry Me
here,
a River?
This pop queen wrote Cry Me a River about her breakup with Justin Timberlake. Who wrote Cry Me a River?
I guess I got to guess Britney Spears, but I don't think that's right.
Well, according to this, it is Britney Spears.
Really?
No
She
kidding.
wrote a
Rich.
song for Justin Timberlake about their own.
Moving on.
And he recorded it?
This only Murders in the Building star used to date Justin Bieber.
Selena Gomez.
Yes. Grant, comedian Russell Brand might be the only one who got away for this teenage dream singer.
Ooh, who is Katy Perry?
Yes.
Dang.
Kyle, Nick Lachey had a TV show about being a newlywed with this pop star.
Jessica Simpson.
Yeah.
She got a new song out today.
She does.
Good answer.
Before she was with Brad Pitt, Kyle, Angelina Jolie wore this bad Santa's blood in a vial around her neck.
Oh my gosh, he's the landman. He's the landman. Guy.
He's Landman.
I see his face. He's got gray hair. He was also the Lincoln lawyer. He is the guy. I can't remember his name.
Billy?
Billy Crystal? Yes.
Boy, Landman would be way different with Billy Crystal, wouldn't it? Hey, I got some
I'm
oil
watching
over here.
you, Landman.
I got some oil over here, Mike Wazowski.
Billy Bush.
Billy Bob.
Billy Bob.
There it is.
I think I'll just end with that one.
Yeah, it's fun.
I'll save the rest of these for when Peyton is back.
Good game.
What's coming up with 3 things you need to know, Kyle?
I'll tell you what may be the most irrational fear that's totally real. Next with John, Jay, and Rich.
Coffee in hand, earbuds on John, Jay, and Rich.
You're up.
We got a text 602 number. Britney Spears did not write Cry Me a River. Why does anyone ever make fun of John Jay when he messes up like he does to the rest? Haha, smiley face. Actually, Britney Spears did not do it, and neither did Justin Timberlake. There was an original written in 1955 by somebody else. That's the song I was talking about.
No, okay.
Anyway, what
Fair
are the things we need to know, Kyle? What do you got?
Okay. 77% of Americans. You just say that would be the majority, right?
Sure. Big majority.
Yeah. Remember when TikTok went offline and everybody freaked out?
Mm-hmm.
Like, no, don't take TikTok away. Apparently now, 77% of Americans are very concerned about Chinese company ByteDance owning TikTok, right? They are working a deal to save the app, but even despite that, apparently the majority of us are still very worried about that. Now, I guess 63% of Americans support a complete ban of TikTok or a forced sale of the app. I'm like, we saw for 14 hours, we saw what happened when TikTok was banned.
It was sad.
I don't think that's a correct statistic.
It's just
right
like that
there.
show Grant was talking about. For 1 minute, everybody's phones, everyone,
Yeah,
phones,
exactly. It was 4 hours of that. So April 5th, you remember President Trump put like a halt on the ban or whatever. April 5th is when that is up. So by April 5th, they have to have a new U.S.-based owner or it will be banned again. So the clock is ticking.
If you watch the mukbang videos just on Instagram, they don't hit the same as they do on TikTok. So it's a good thing. It's back.
Yeah, I know. So we're going to have to wait and see. The fate lies in the balance. Some people are afraid of snakes. Some people are afraid of spiders. Apparently, people are afraid of ketchup. A woman in London has gone viral after battling what they call mortisukisusphobia. I know I said that wrong, but it's a really long word, and I don't know if anyone knows how to actually pronounce it, but it is the official word for the crippling fear of ketchup. This woman posted a video, and she was like, apparently, my nervous system doesn't know the difference between snakes and a bottle of ketchup. She's banned ketchup in her house. She can't go to restaurants that keep ketchup on the tables, and apparently it is a real thing, which is why they have the official a phobia word for it. I don't know how that happens or how she's going to get over it, but hopefully she can steer clear of ketchup for her whole life. Now, I know that when you text, sometimes it can be difficult to decipher emotion, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, are they mad or are they being sarcastic?
Like your tone.
Yeah, there is no tone in text. And they did a study on that and they found, obviously there's limitations because conveying emotion can lead to misinterpretations. It can lead to arguments. It can lead to just not knowing what the heck the other person's
true.
talking
like
about.
The word sure. I'll text my wife something, she'll go, sure. And I read it like, sure. And I feel like it could be, sure.
It could be.
But I don't know. Most of the time, though, it's...
So they were trying to figure out how to avoid that.
Mm-hmm.
And it kind of helps you out, John Jay. I'll explain how in just a second. But they said expanding your emotional vocabulary with precise words will improve clarity and connection in texts so that the person on the other end doesn't have to sort of wonder and guess exactly what you mean by that. And I say it could help you, John Jay, because you've been using ChatGPT a lot to rewrite your thoughts because it uses bigger words and better words to describe what you're saying. Keep doing that, and
expand your vocab.
Apparently, that will help you improve your emotional vocabulary, which will give you better connection in texts.
I don't really think of John Jay in emotional vocabulary as the same.
No,
that's
it's
why I use
absolutely
ChatGPT.
not. Absolutely not. And that's 3 things you need to know.
We got a text from a 602 number. God, I'd love to talk to them, but they said, I just heard your segment on ChatGPT. Did you know that you can actually speak to ChatGPT and it will speak back to you and you can choose its style of voice? I also named my ChatGPT. His name is Chad. I literally talk to Chad almost all day, every day, and people think I'm actually talking to a real human being. Isn't that funny?
Oh my gosh, how do you do that? I want to know how to
do that too.
That's wild.
Oh my God, man. ChatGPT.
Hey, Chad, what's the weather like today?
I know.
I wonder what voice she picked to speak in return.
I love ChatGPT. And the only thing about the texting thing you said is like I try to be as clear as I can. Like my wife will say sure or okay. Like if she says, "Do you want to go to dinner with so and so?" I just go boo.
That's pretty
exclamation point. Yeah. I feel like that says I don't want to go, and then you could take it as funny.
That is emotional vocabulary.
But I
in
think
full
the
swing.
message is getting clear.
Yeah, for sure.
Boo with 100 zeros behind it, or O's, if you will.
Have you ever wondered what it would be like to have supervision, enhanced hearing, extraordinary reflexes, to be, dare we say, superhuman? Well, Roku's new Pro Series TV can't do any of that for you. But with a 4K screen, side-firing speakers, and a blazing fast refresh rate, it'll sure feel like it. Elevate your entertainment using all your favorite apps like iHeart and play all your music, radio, and podcasts with the new Roku Pro Series. Your senses aren't better. Your TV is.
We've all done it. You see a headline but don't have time to read the whole story, or there's so much news you're not sure what is worth your time. I'm Colby Ekowitz, co-host of Post Reports, the weekday afternoon podcast from The Washington Post. Post Reports brings you what's relevant and revealing. Breaking stories, politics, wellness, culture. Each episode goes beyond a headline for the context you need. Find Post Reports now, wherever you're listening.
Deciding on what to listen to is hard. Using Zumo to stream music from iHeart 90s Radio is easy. Or play iHeart Country or Hip Hop Beats. Your choice, all for free. Stream easy with Zumo Play. Get live and on-demand entertainment with no logins, no signups, no accounts, no hassle. This April, binge these classics. The Whole 9 Yards starring Bruce Willis and Matthew Perry. Adaptation with Nicolas Cage and Meryl Streep. And The Fisher King with Robin Williams. All streaming free on Zumo Play. Go to play.zumo.com now. Life is hard. Zumo is easy.
Hello, iHeart listener. We have a confession to make. Both iHeart and this commercial you're listening to right now would probably sound a heck of a lot better on the new Roku Pro Series TV. It's got side-firing speakers that fill your room with sound, Dolby Atmos audio that puts you right in the middle of the entertainment, and the ability to pair seamlessly with your home theater sound systems that already have surround sound and booming bass. If all that sounds too good to be true, it'll sound even better on the new Roku Pro Series. Your hearing isn't better, your TV is.